Hi, I'm Greg Quiggle, and I'm here to give you an overview of iDX 3.0. iDX 3.0 is the most recent and a very powerful release from iDirect for the Evolution product line. There's three key features that come with this release. The first is SCPC Return, the second is multi-channel demodulation, and the third is Multicast FastPath. Let's take a look. TDMA versus SCPC is an ageless debate. The reality of it is, some customers are best suited for TDMA traffic profiles, others for SCPC. Yet the network operator has to make a decision up front what architecture to deploy for a given customer. Now with SCPC Return, iDirect has brought both TDMA and SCPC return topologies onto a single platform. This means that a given Evolution remote, such as an X3 or an X5, can be remotely switched to support either TDMA or SCPC return topologies without a dispatch to the remote site. Let's take a moment and learn a bit more about how it works. Here are two network sites. One's running TDMA, the other is running SCPC. As many know, TDMA is ideal for applications that have dynamic bandwidth and traffic requirements, while SCPC is ideally suited for applications that have heavy and constant traffic requirements. In reality, many networks require both traffic profiles. Traditionally, this has driven network operators to deploy two independent technology platforms, one dedicated for SCPC, the other for TDMA. Unfortunately, doing so leads to unnecessary capital expenditures and operational inefficiencies. Plus, if you've already deployed a customer and like to change them from TDMA to SCPC, it'll oftentimes involve a costly customer dispatch and unnecessary service outages. With iDX 3.0, a service provider can integrate TDMA and SCPC within the same network. Here's an example. An Evolution remote at an enterprise site can run in TDMA mode to support core voice, data, and video applications. Yet at any time the network needs to support a large file transfer, data backup, or HD video, the return channel can be switched to SCPC mode. The switch is done remotely through iDirect's network management system. So in this example, SCPC Return was leveraged to satisfy the temporary demand for heavy traffic patterns, despite the fact the normal operating state of this network was best suited for TDMA. If these heavy traffic patterns persist, that given remote can be permanently configured for SCPC Return. In this case, a dedicated SCPC pipe would be most economical for the operator. A good example of this can be seen with a mobile backhaul network. TDMA is typically the most cost-effective way to backhaul data from scattered villages that have limited traffic. However, as individual sites add subscribers, traffic grows and becomes more constant. Once the network traffic reaches a dedicated volume or traffic pattern, the remote can be switched to SCPC Return mode to be most efficient for the operator. Now let's take a look at what it takes to switch a remote from TDMA to SCPC Return. In the iVantage NMS, you simply select the remote you wish to move and choose the available SCPC Return carrier on the multi-channel SCPC line card. After applying the configuration change, the remote will acquire the specified SCPC Return carrier and begin transmitting data. No intervention or software updates at the remote, just a simple switchover in the NMS. So as you can see, SCPC Return now enables operators to cater to the individual needs of a given application with one distinct platform. This opens the door to a lot of opportunities to create both new SLAs for your customers and to increase overall revenues. For example, operators can create premium SLAs to allow for temporary bursts in traffic. This is extremely valuable to certain applications, such as file transfer, data backup, HD video, military surveillance, and telemedicine. Now let's spend a minute on network management. One of the traditional weaknesses of SCPC has been lack of network visibility. If a given customer's SCPC link goes down or experiences trouble, oftentimes the operator has very little notice or very little ability to isolate the problem. iDX 3.0 changes this. Now with the iDirect platform, operators can proactively monitor, identify, and quickly isolate problems that occur in their SCPC network, just as they would with TDMA. This leads to network efficiencies and much greater customer satisfaction. The last advantage for SCPC Return that I'd like to cover deals with bandwidth, flexibility, and savings. If an operator needs to expand the size of an SCPC link on the iDirect platform, it can simply source bandwidth from an overall shared pool. There's no need to lease new SCPC capacity. Before we move on, let's recap the primary benefits of SCPC Return. As discussed, iDirect has brought both TDMA and SCPC together on one platform. In doing so, this will reduce your operating and infrastructure costs, allow you to offer flexible and more profitable service level agreements, have better insight into your SCPC links, and also optimize your overall network for bandwidth efficiency. So now let's spend a few moments on multi-channel demodulation. In 2009, iDirect launched the XLCM, a single demodulator line card that was software upgradable to support multiple channels. With iDX3.0, this line card can now be upgraded and licensed to support up to 8 return channels, either TDMA or SCPC. With multi-channel demodulation, operators can now pack much more capacity into a single iDirect hub chassis. If you compare the costs of owning 8 single line cards to one 8-channel XLCM, it can easily translate to a 40% discount on hardware, not to mention the slots that you'll free up. This is a major financial break for operators that are growing their Evolution networks or considering a network-wide upgrade from Infinity. So once upgraded to iDX 3.0, a single XLCM can be licensed to support either 1, 4, or 8 TDMA channels or up to 8 SCPC return channels. The last feature we'd like to discuss enables the iDirect platform to support much faster multicast data rates. It's called Multicast FastPath. Let's see how it works. Many businesses and organizations want to multicast video content, but it can slow down the overall network. With iDX 3.0, multicast content can be fast-tracked through the remote straight to the end user. As a result, data throughput can reach up to 40 megabits per second with limited to no impact on the overall network performance. Multicast FastPath is ideal for applications such as HD video broadcast, IPTV, distance learning, digital signage, and other various video applications. So that's a brief overview of iDX 3.0. If you're an existing Evolution customer, iDX 3.0 offers a great opportunity to increase your revenues while maximizing overall bandwidth efficiency. If you're an existing Infinity customer, there's never been a better time to upgrade. My name's Greg Quiggle, and thanks for watching.